Imagine a place where the landscape feels like moon, where nuns play Kung Fu, and where camels have to hum. This is Ladakh. And if you thought that Ladakh is only about mountains and bike trips, trust me, you are completely wrong. There is so much more to Ladakh that you do not know about. Ladakh is full of untold stories, mysteries, and extreme conditions, extreme geographies which you have not yet heard or discovered. So in today's video, I'll share you few secrets, few things which you might not have known and which will make you fall in love with Ladakh and which will make you think that I should pack my bags and visit Ladakh immediately. Hi, I'm Ishan and I welcome you to my YouTube channel Vegstorer. If you find the video useful, please remember to like, subscribe and share. Let's get started. We all dream about going to space, visiting planets, going to the moon and all. But for most of us, that's practically not possible. But what if I told you that there is this one place in India, in Ladakh in fact, where the surface feels just like the surface of moon. The place I am talking about is Lamayuru, and this is situated few hours from Leh city. Scientists believe that this place was once a lake, but over thousands of years due to natural erosion, the surface is now transformed into crater-like surface that feels and looks exactly like the surface of moon. So when you visit this place, you step into this particular landscape, it feels completely different. You feel that you have visited some other planet, you are not on Earth, and the feeling is extremely surreal and unrealistic. You just have to experience that to be able to identify or relate with it. The place is Lamayuru and it's famously known as the Moonland of India. Next up, when we were small, we all would have learned about lakes. What were we taught? Lakes are small water bodies situated in and around land and all those things. But what if I told you there is a lake in Ladakh which stretches in hundreds of kilometers, where you will keep driving hours and hours and still you will not be able to see the end of the lake, and the lake is so beautiful that you will completely be mesmerized by it. The lake which I am talking about is Pangong Lake, and yes, it's the same lake which is shown in 3 Idiots movie. It's a beautiful lake, and the best part is this lake looks so huge that you feel it's majority in India, but only 1/3 part of the lake is in India and 2/3 part of the lake is in China. And another interesting part about this particular lake is that this lake keeps changing its color. Yes, at any point of time, at any place in Pangong Lake, you will find the colors to be different. No part of the lake looks same color. You will have shades of green and blue everywhere. This might be due to the sunlight, this might be due to the clouds and other things, but it's a beautiful phenomena and you just cannot resist yourself from stopping and taking the pictures at every few minutes or every few meters. It's so beautiful that you have to just go there and experience it. Must visit place, Pangong Lake for everyone. Next up, we normally relate nuns and monks to calm, peaceful people who do not fight or do not get into quarrels. But what if I told you that there is a tribe of nuns in Ladakh who do martial arts and Kung Fu? Yes, they are known as Drukpa nuns, and they learn and practice martial arts as a way of self-defense and as a way of protecting themselves. And not just learn, they also travel to villages and teach self-defense to kids, ladies and women. So in a place like Ladakh, which is rooted in tradition, these Drukpa nuns are not only just protecting themselves, learning and teaching, but they are also showing the strength and inspiring multiple other women to take up their self-defense classes and be able to stand for themselves. Such a great and inspiring story, which you should definitely go and visit and observe and feel. Now, moving on, we all know that Ladakh is an extreme place. The normal tourist season is around 4 to 5 months between May to June, July, August, September. And after that, the cold starts and the winters can be extremely harsh. The temperature can go to -10, -20, -25 degrees Celsius. And most of us avoid visiting Ladakh. But what do Ladakhis do? The locals, how do they survive these winters? Instead of just sitting at home and trying to survive the winters, they come out in the open and they take up sports and they enjoy the winters. Yes, in winters, the natural lakes get frozen, they get converted into skating rings, ice rings, and locals, Ladakhis, they come out and play. Ice skating, ice hockey, these are the two famous sports which happen during the winters in Ladakh. In fact, Ladakh also hosts ice hockey tournament in the winters, and I think it's one of the very few places in the world which hosts such a tournament at such a high altitude in winters. Achha, as we are already talking about the extreme conditions of weather in Ladakh, there is another interesting fact. You all know that Ladakh has extreme temperatures, and because of that farming is not easy. You have the terrain which is not agriculture friendly, water is hardly available, terrain is rough and all that thing. But in spite of that, people in Somorori and Korzak, they have taken up agriculture, they produce fresh vegetables, barley and peas. And in a place which has such extreme geography, such extreme climate, people showing their resilience, fighting against nature and being able to cultivate crops, that's just something so inspiring. It's a hats off to their spirit and to their efforts. Now moving on, we all know that camels are found in deserts, in hot climate. But what if I told you that you will also be able to find camel in Ladakh, which is famous for its cold winters? Yes, in Ladakh you will have a different type of camel. This camel has two humps. It's a Bactrian camel and it's famously known as the double-humped camel. What makes them special is that they can survive extreme conditions of cold and hot weather. And they can survive cold weather because of their fur. So in winters they have fur which they use to protect themselves, and in summer the fur is shaven and they are able to survive the hot weather also. This is how they become special. And as per the history, these double-humped camels are not originally from Ladakh. Centuries ago, during the Silk trade route, they came from Central Asia. People used to use them to carry goods and trade materials from Central Asia to various parts of the world. And that's how they came to India and to Ladakh, and they started living from there. So they are more or less like a traditional historical symbol of Ladakh. Another animal which you will find in Ladakh is the snow leopard, which is famously known as the ghost of the mountains. Why is it called so? Because of its natural color. It's completely white in color and it blends so easily into the terrain, into the snow-capped mountains of Ladakh, that it's very hard to find it or to trace it or to see it. In fact, wildlife enthusiasts, photographers, videographers, they spend weeks just to get a glimpse of this particular animal, and it can be found only in Ladakh, no other place in India. Another interesting fact about Ladakh is that it follows the Tibetan lunar calendar. This is used to decide the festivals, the life cycle and the agriculture and other farming cycles. It's completely different and you will feel that time is having its own flow, completely different from the rhythm of the world. And finally, there is Hanle, where you feel closer to the universe. Hanle is situated in one of the remotest places in Ladakh. Still, it is home to the highest astronomical observatory in the world. This place is so pure, so clean that you will be able to see the solar systems, the galaxy and thousands and millions of stars with naked eye. There is no air pollution, there are no clouds, it's picture perfect, and anyone who loves seeing stars, anyone who wants to see constellations, the Milky Way and anything else, they should visit, they should go to Hanle and enjoy the place. That's it. Ladakh is not just a destination, it's a place where nature tests you, history surrounds you, and every moment feels different. And maybe that's the reason people just don't visit Ladakh, they experience Ladakh. If this video made you see Ladakh differently, hit the like button. And do remember to subscribe to follow me for more such useful and interesting stories. Until next time, this is Nishan signing off. Bye, take care.